The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
The 1130 Podcast and 1130 Entertainment presents Beyond 1130.
Yo, what it do, everybody, man? It is Thursday, so you know what time it is, man. Grown folks are talking. It's a new episode 2 of Beyond 1130. Yes, man. Appreciate everyone tuning in, man. We live here on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Thank everyone for tuning in once again, man. Here on Beyond 1130, man. Yo, if you're new to the show and you haven't done so already, before we get into the good stuff, I don't know what you're waiting for. Definitely hit that subscribe button down below. Like it, leave a comment, and share it. Do all that great stuff. And don't forget to follow the 1130 Podcast on all social media platforms. All right, man. Now that's out the way. Like I said, episode 2 of Beyond 1130, man. We back. I got the gang with me, man. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's bring on the crew. The awesome, your favorite no bullshit therapist, Chardonnay. What's going on? What's going on?
Was Zan and Captain,
Hey, that's
same
what's
stuff, different week,
Hey,
taking care
you're
of
right.
business.
You're right. I dig it. I dig it. You're right. Same stuff, different week. Also, you guys, man, bringing on Holly. What's going on, Holly?
Hey, you know what? It's Leo season, so I'm happy. My birthday is Sunday, so I'm good.
Do what you
I'm
do.
good,
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. Happy birthday. I hope all is well and you
Yeah.
enjoy yourself. Also, I got my other bro, my guy, the host of the Beeline ENT LLC, Brian B. What's going on with you, partner?
What's goody, y'all? Check it out, man. There's a lot going on.
Mhm.
Everybody talking about Leo's. My birthday was yesterday.
Yeah, I was
And,
say happy.
Birthday.
Yeah, I was say happy belated birthday to B. Come on,
All right.
Leo.
Yep, 37, yo. I'm an old man starting to get up there.
Come
I
on,
was
But
Leo.
I was the birthday.
pretty good, man. I got me some stay at home time like I usually have. We ain't do too much, but
Okay.
just chilled out. We're gonna go to the movies this weekend and stuff like that or whatever. It's just nice to be home and chill out and stuff like that or whatever. Got my new got the new STR merch for those who follow
All
straight
right,
through the
all
ropes.
right.
Got the
Yeah.
cups and the drinks. Yeah, man. We got stuff
Hey,
going on over
excited.
here, man.
All
Yeah,
right.
excited for the return, man. I'm excited too,
Yeah.
for real. Man, I appreciate everyone definitely hopping in, man. The game is back, episode 2, Beyond 1130. Holly just said she got a birthday Sunday. Brian just celebrated her birthday yesterday. My little man, birthday celebration is actually Sunday, and his
Oh,
birthday is
baby.
Monday. So, little man, so everybody got a birthday. I guess Leo's is doing it big right now. So
I
let's
mean,
Oh, you know
if
it.
you're not a Leo or you're not loving a Leo, what are you doing?
My oldest child is a Leo too. You know what I'm saying? So
That's what I'm
There
talking
you
about.
go.
We are the sun. If there is not a Leo in your life, it's probably not no warmth in your life. Go get you
Yeah.
one. I volunteer. Follow me.
Yeah, Leo, y'all intense.
Let me be the Leo in your life.
Yeah, we wild. I'm strong minded
Yeah.
as fuck.
I
Yeah.
hear.
Bet
I
y'all are.
hear.
Last week, B, when you told me you were a Leo, I was like, that makes season 2
Sense.
of this show makes so much sense.
Oh yeah.
You're like,
Yeah,
no,
I don't like to
No.
hold back. I like to let it all out respectfully. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can do it respectfully.
hmm
But I'm gonna say what I gotta say. Fuck that.
I love
You
it.
need to. You need to.
Hey,
And I love that about my daughter. She say what she gotta say.
My
And I
mom,
respect
she
it.
knows I'm a straight shooter, baby. I'm going to tell you.
Ain't
I'm
no
going to tell you
guessing.
what I got to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just went off my
Hey,
son
that's-
right now. I just went off my son right now because he over there doing shit. And I told him, I gave him specific instructions. You give specific instructions because you need shit done a certain way.
Wait,
But
yeah,
then the
yeah,
kids
absolutely.
at their age, this is what they do. They hear just the beginning part. Hey, go get me this fork. Oh, okay, fuck it. I know what you want, nigga. And then they get what they want.
I know what you asking me. Don't worry about it. I got it.
And they fuck it all up and they wonder why they what I do? What you do?
You didn't listen to all of the
Trying
instructions.
to tell you, bro.
You know?
Hey, one thing we was actually talking about, actually Brian B brought it up last week. Obviously, with the rent, so high and prices of eggs and everything that's going straight through the roof, man. it was a question sort of brought it up, and I think can you guys like live in an RV, or whatnot? And I know definitely I say yes though, but I don't know if you guys seen it or heard about it though, especially with the cost of living through the roof. Would you guys and could you guys live in the container houses? That I
Yeah.
don't know if you
Yep.
guys heard about the container jump.
Hold on, you can take. Oh yeah, I can do that.
Tiny houses, yeah. I would build
Yeah.
me a
But,
cute little
but
bunch
just
of 'em.
me.
Yeah, because I thought about the tiny houses, I thought about container houses, like
But
like the
the,
RV
the
thing. Like, yeah,
Yeah, I'm all for the container drones, but the thing about it is obviously, you buy the container house, it just, comes with the house. You gotta put in the stove, the toilet, and all that other stuff,
right,
correct, right?
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got
so I mean like yeah, it ain't as that's the thing I'm just thinking, it ain't as flexible more so as like a RV, you got
Yeah,
everything sort of like there and
they are
you
already.
can move along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the time with RVs, you gotta work that shit in too. Unless you just buy one that's already like made. But those
that's
things
Yeah,
cost
that's
bread
tight
too,
right
man.
there.
That
yeah,
shit is
those,
nice.
those are not cheap at all either. I'm a DIY girl though, so I probably
I'm
buy
about to say, yeah, I wouldn't mind at all.
yeah, I'm like I would buy one that needs to get some stuff put into it and like really take my time and put into it. My
Mhm.
fiance is really handy, so we would turn some stuff up. Honestly,
Mhm.
that would be a really great content situation for us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, man, that
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
dope.
Because I
Yeah, I'm
mean, at the house, I rent a house right now, but I do all the maintenance stuff. I change the faucets and I gotta fix a toilet, and I just, send her the receipts and we make good when rent time comes. So,
I love
you know,
that.
I be girl bossing
As
around here.
soon as something break over here, I call them motherfuckers immediately. Get your ass in that truck.
Mhm.
I ain't fixing none of this
Come
shit.
fix
Yeah.
it.
Gonna come
And see,
fuck me up and be like, oh yeah, you tried it. Now we ain't going. Now you got to pay for it. Nah, you good.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm assuming also too. In one of them type of houses, like you responsible for everything. It ain't
Mhm.
like you calling, the maintenance guy to come to
Right.
apartment, 303 to come fix, the
Right.
Yeah,
flooding toilet or some shit like that.
Mhm.
that's your
Yeah,
own house too, though. That's if you buy a house, you got to do the same
I
And
shit.
told
that's your
So
own
myself
house. Yeah.
even when I become wealthy, I want to still rent because I still want that to be somebody else's job.
I don't blame you.
Like
man,
I
I
feel
don't
like I would have a lot of money and I would put into that property. I probably do something crazy like buy the land and still make that person maintain it. That's just some unnecessary rich people shit. But
Yeah.
I don't want to have to deal with like HOA and stuff. Like I have like
Oh my
yeah.
God. Oh my God.
Nah,
HOA
fuck
is like,
HOA.
oh my
Yeah.
God.
If I
I
if,
feel
if
like
I
they're
had
just
if I had
little
my
old
way,
ladies with nothing else to do and they just drive around and look for infractions.
yo, men, they be men more than anything. Like the
Really?
HOA people. Oh yeah. When I used to do cable, like when I used to ride in with the truck, I was just like a sign for them. As soon as I come out the fucking thing, oh yeah, I'm the head of HOA over here. This unnecessary shit. Like, yeah, we want to
Yeah.
make sure that you got your shoes on. That you're not walking on the grass with the type of shoes you have on. There's one guy, I told him to get the fuck out of my face.
Right.
He was an old
Bruh.
just stepped out the thing. I was in this little development. I didn't even know what HOA really was. And they started talking to me. I was like, wait a second, you're not even the guy that I'm with right now. And he's like, no, I'm in charge of the development here. I said, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm over here trying to do cable. I cursed him out, yo. Because I didn't even know what that shit was.
Yeah.
How many ladies did you get doing cable though?
I never really as
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Okay, so that was Brian.
Okay.
That was me. I was making sure.
No, it's not
All
just
right.
you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We gonna come back to
Am I
Brian.
good?
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You good. You good. Yeah.
Am I glitching?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? All right, but yeah, we came across a couple of nasty neighbors, but it wasn't really too many HOA people.
Okay.
But yeah, nasty neighbors.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't feel like I'm adult enough. Like stuff like the generators and like the water, like the furnace, all of that. Never mind. Somebody else do it.
That's a lot.
I would be wealthy enough that person will be happy to do it because they get more than probably bang for the buck. But man, I'm not about to be no homeowner. The dumb repair people come out and you tell them you own, they doubling. They about to double quote right there. If you tell them you rent, it looks a little bit.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I'm telling you. Because as soon as they hit my door, I'm like, I don't own this house.
Oh, I don't own this house. This is not my house.
Mhm.
So I was watching. As a matter of
Yeah.
fact, I'm rewatching Bernie Mac on Tubi. They have all the seasons on Tubi, and one of the episodes, his AC goes out on like the hottest day in LA.
Yeah.
And the dude walks up and
Man.
he's like, "Do you own this house?" And Bernie Mac like, "Yeah, I own my house." And the dude says in his head, double the quote. I'm like, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
That's what they
Even
definitely
if I
do
ever
that.
decide to own a house or whatever, I'm gonna be like, I don't own this house.
Uh-huh. They
You
figure out you
know,
own the house. They're like, oh, okay, yeah,
and
let's
it
double
gets
the
rid of a
charges
lot of
and
stuff
everything
too,
like that.
I can
because
probably own the
you
land
know
and the house and be like,
exactly.
I'm
Because as soon as it hails or something, then next thing you know, they got a roofer in the neighborhood. Well, you know, you probably got some hail damage, and I was like, I don't own this house. I can't make no decisions. All right, bye.
Hey,
Because
that's
how
just
I want to know if you tell the truth. I'm not gonna get up there on the roof.
not gonna get up there on the roof.
I ain't doing. I'm definitely
I
calling
don't know
somebody
what
for all
roof
that shit.
look like. So you know
All right,
what?
so like, yeah, do I know what hail damage look like? No, unless it hit my car. Like, yeah. So I'm like, that's a clean get over. You know?
hey, definitely. Hey, yo, that's definitely a get over. All right, you guys, man, let's dive into sort of our first topic of this evening of Beyond 11:30, man. I know you guys, I don't know if you guys, some of you guys may have heard about the situation, I believe, with Sonya Massey,
I just read
black
about
woman. Yeah, just and the crazy thing is though, my fiance told me about it, and as soon as I get on TikTok, that's sort of like the uh that's all
it.
you see. That's all you see and everything like that. So for those who may have not heard, I'm gonna play a little clip, but we're gonna go around. It's sort of I'm gonna say my opinion though, but I'm gonna play this clip and we're gonna go around.
All right.
The deadly police shooting of Sonya Masse. The mother of two called 911 just before 1 a.m. because of a possible prowler, only to be shot by a deputy inside her own Illinois home. The now former deputy faces 3 counts of first-degree murder. CBS's Roxana Saberi has the video that shows the chaotic moments, and we do want to warn you that it is hard to watch.
The body camera video reveals the events leading up to the horrific scene.
What took you so long to answer the door?
Oh, I was trying to put on some clothes, sir. I'm sorry.
You doing all right mentally?
Yes.
Sure?
My medicine and stuff.
All right. Okay.
I love y'all. Thank y'all.
Inside the home, Sangamon County Sheriff's Deputy Sean Grayson can be heard asking Sonya Masse to check on the stove.
We don't need a fire while we're here.
Within seconds, things become tense.
Where you going?
Huh?
Where you going?
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Huh?
I rebuke you in the name of
But nah, I swear to God, I'll shoot you right in your face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Drop
Massey starts to set down the pot and apologizes. Grayson fires 3 times, striking her in the face.
Headshot woman to female, 1078.
Prosecutors say Grayson's partner tried to give the 36-year-old first aid, even though Grayson discouraged him.
I'm gonna go get my kit. No, you're done. You can go get it, but that's a headshot.
Civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump is representing Massey's family.
Sonya needed a helping hand, but she got a shot to the face by the police.
James Wilburn is Massey's father.
I'm heartbroken. I just don't know what to say.
What's the hardest part about this for you?
I think the last words that my daughter said to me was, "Daddy, I love you." And to know and realize that I won't see her again. I can't talk to her again. I can't touch her again.
All right. Yeah. That was a video, that, of course, that was going around on social media about Sonya Massey, black woman. I believe she had some type of mental issues that, she was calling the police, because I think she was hearing an intruder in the house,
Yeah.
and they show up, and it seems though the cop, who sort of was, I guess, the lead cop who showed up in charge of the scene, or the investigation. It seemed like he was agitated. I don't know about you guys though, but that he showed up real agitated. What took you so long to come to the door? And everything he was saying, just like, shit. If you throw that water on her, I'm gonna shoot you in the face. Like, just straight up, like, dude, like, what the fuck, like, and this ain't sort of, this ain't the first time we have seen a situation like this where the police was called for something, and the person who was called, was the person who wound up getting shot and killed. But I want to go around and ask get it for everybody thoughts on this situation, and whoever want to go first.
It's heavy.
I might take. My answer. Y'all know me. I'm probably gonna take a while because it's a lot. There's a lot I gotta say about this shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't have I have a lot to say, but I don't have a lot to say in a space that's public outside of my head, because I don't feel that the things that I have to say outside of my head are productive to the conversation. But what I will say is I'm currently reading a book called What Doesn't Kill You Makes You Blacker. And there is a chapter in the book where the author Damien, I believe his name is Damien Mars, he talks about how being Black killed his mother, and how America is a serial killer of Black women. How Black women, it's difficult to exist in this country, and to know that probably the hardest working person at your job is a Black woman, and that is the person that is the least safe. This woman called for help and lost her life. And so a lot of things come up for me, but the thing that comes up for me right now is that now is the time more than ever to start governing ourselves. I spoke about this in season 2 of Beyond 1130 about becoming sovereign, about my brothers and my cousins being trained to handle things that we would usually call the police for, because I am dedicated to the women that I love and know not ever having to dial 911, because that could very much mean the end of their life.
And that's the sadness. That's the sadness, is that, like, I've taught my children to call 911. You know what I'm saying? And now, we got to be like, is this policeable? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it a possibility that they could roll up, whether they misconstrue a situation? Like, that wasn't a misconstrued damn situation. It was a part of how, and the distance that she was from them. Because when I looked at it, I didn't look at the video. I read the article, right? And the details of the article, I was like, was she all up on him with the pot? Was she like iffing at him? Like, and now that I'm looking at, like, she wasn't even nowhere near you.
He could have turned
fire.
He could have turned the pot off. He did not have to ask her to turn the pot off. And then you have her turn the pot off, and she's far enough away from you that even if you felt your life was in danger, you could have shot her in a ligament. You gave her a headshot.
You gave her a headshot?
In the video, he was already saying to, like I said, he sounded aggressive, into beginning with, man, what took you so long to come to the damn door, and all this shit like that. And he said something else, and to the extent where, we don't want no fire. And when she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, he said something, and I will shoot you in the face, just straight up. And also when this partner was like, yo, I'm about to go get friends, it was like, no, dog, she's out in the face, she gone. Like, he already
he was so desensitized to all of it.
Remorse for human life.
He never cared walking in that house. You know what I'm saying? Like, even like, she thought there was a prowler there, and I don't know if they knew her history already. The first thing he says is, are you okay mentally? Like, she's worried about her physical well-being if there's a prowler. You know what I'm saying? And all that. You didn't ask no questions. Like, there was, I saw nothing that was addressing what she even called you for, and she died over a pot of hot water.
Now you got to call
the police. The distance that she was from him, even if she'd have chucked that at him, right? And there was no movement up on her side that even indicated that that's what she wanted to do. So like,
a third-degree burn don't compare to a bullet in your face.
Don't.
Even if you thought she was gonna throw that pot at you, a third-degry burn don't compare to a bullet in somebody's fucking face, bro. Like,
I mean, they teach them evasive maneuvers for bullets.
They teach them all of that.
I just.
But here's the thing. This was fucking crazy, yo. This is one of the things that I'm starting to understand. Being somebody who's doing this podcast shit 4 years, understanding these conversations, having these conversations for 4 years. When we first started, my first episode was about George Floyd.
Right.
At least a part of it was. That was right when that situation happened. My very first fucking episode was about George Floyd. Since then, you know, paying more attention to politics and situations and watching videos and content creation and this and that and this and that. I've dived into social media harder than I ever have in my fucking life, yo. From comedy to just crazy videos. I watch every fucking thing. Like, you know, people getting killed, all that shit. The one thing I'm starting to notice more than ever is how manipulated we are with everything that we're seeing, including this video. Including this lady being fucking murdered. We have a argument just based off of the visual aspects of the video that is seen. We have no fucking idea what's actually happening, even with the evidence that we're seeing.
You're right.
We just have that to go off of. Hopefully my shit going out. I'm good.
No, you good.
We just have that to watch. So with that information, with other stuff that I've been paying attention to spiritually and this and that or whatever, yo, we don't know what real is anymore. I don't know if anybody, I think I said this shit last season when we were talking about, like, you know, how AI is coming up and stuff like that or whatever. We're in a place in the world where things are happening. It's almost simulated. It's almost simulated. Like this shit has been happening for the last fucking, you know, probably forever. Yeah, especially around election year. There was actually a video on TikTok showing every 4 years.
Every 4 years, something pop up.
Something happens around election year. Just like this, where it captivates attention. This isn't the only fucking story like something like this. Nowhere near. But this is the one that's gonna. Good.
So no, I want to cut you off. More, so to say more so is that when stuff even happens like this, or what's going on in the presidential stuff like this, it's a bigger distraction underneath.
Yeah, well, not even just a distraction, but it's just a narrative. It's more of like a narrative that they're trying to paint. And with this guy, like, you know, a lot of people have been saying that there's way more story that's actually coming out. When I first heard about this story, I was like, because of the nature, it doesn't make sense. This guy just killed a lady over a pot of water. He could be a psychopath. He could be a fucking complete psychopath, or it could be more of an agenda behind it. Now they're starting to come out with different things, that she was actually in a mental institution. It's a lot. If you guys have been catching up with the story, there's a lot of story. But I'm saying that also to say there's always a lot of fucking story, man.
Always.
We don't never know what's really going on. There's shit you'll find out 10 years later.
Right.
We'll be fucking 50 years old reading some shit on Facebook. Like, wait a minute, that's what happened that time.
That's what happened that night.
That's how.
And then next documentary or something, huh?
Bro, I'm telling you.
I feel like it's also a bait and switch thing. So those of you who have been, well, everybody's been here since season 1, so you guys know I used to dance. And so in the club, there's like a bait and switch routine that you learn where, like, I will start dancing in a certain way or to a certain song, and that would be the song that bartenders go around the room and ask for what's the name to. But I am instructed to dance in a specific way that will increase the possibility of somebody buying a drink.
Right.
There you go. Exactly.
It's the exact same way with, okay, I'm going to toss this bull crap at you on this hand because on this hand, I'm hooking you in a whole different kind of way.
That's right.
I'm
manipulation.
in a different way. I'm taking your attention in a different way. I'm doing something to you with this hand, but this hand right here is entertaining you with something that is gonna heighten your emotion.
Right.
Yo, this is still kind of on the same topic, but this is very fucking interesting, yo. Everybody, listen to me, everybody. Everybody needs to go get your ass on TikTok. I'm not.
That's where I get all my information.
I'm telling you right now. No, you still gotta be careful. You still gotta be careful.
You gotta be careful.
It's bullshit.
Gotta weed through the bullshit. Yeah.
You can weed. You have to. No matter what, you're gonna have to weed through the bullshit.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of real shit that you can get in fucking seconds, yo.
Yeah.
There was a guy who was on there who was talking about the different types of experiments and shit like that you know, the CIA and the government and all these people or whatever have been doing on people forever,
for years,
beginning of fucking time, probably. You know what I'm saying? And they were talking about that whole shit that just happened with Microsoft, the blue color background, like the mind reading that they're able to do, the fucking mind manipulation that they're able to do. yo, listen, all of this shit, we are being programmed, and just like Harley just said, we're being manipulated, bro. We're like a fucking weasel in the damn maze trying to get to the nut, yo.
Right.
That's really what it is.
Right. Right.
Even with this situation right here, this was a fucking tragic situation. That lady lost her fucking life, and that cop was a fucking piece of shit. But here's the thing. You can just go with that and say, "Oh, it's white guy." Here's the fucking base of it. The cops always killing black people. You got that. You can live with that shit. Of course, you can go with that for the rest of your fucking life. Yeah. Cops kill black people. Yeah, we know, motherfucker. Why did this happen though? Oh, because he's black. Oh, that's it. It's the only fucking thing. There's got to be more to the story. Then you get the agenda portion. Oh, no, wait a minute. It's because of this. Oh, they're trying to do this, trying to keep people down, whatever. Okay, now you get the actual story of the event that happened with the people that were fucking there. It's so many layers that people kind of forget about. Like Harley was just saying. Oh, she's dancing up money here. Yeah. You forget the fucking layers because you're just paying attention to the narrative. Yeah. Black Lives Matter. Let's go. They kill another one. Let's go. Let's go march. It don't mean, to be real with you, it don't mean shit.
We've been marching since fucking Selma. I'm not walking another block. I'm not buying another shirt. We've been asking to matter since Selma. Since Dr. King done been musty as fucking. Bro. We've been walking since forever, and it ain't changed.
And it's never, but the thing, it's never going to change. It's never going to. And I'm not saying that to be an asshole. I'm saying that honestly, it can't change. How the fuck is it going to change?
This happens.
People are different. People are going to fucking continuously be in this fucking revolving cycle, yo. It's not about people. And I'm surprised I'm saying this shit. It's fucking spirit. This shit is spiritual, bro.
And another reason why we're talking about it too is because cameras. This has been happening since before we can even talk about it. And now since everybody got a camera on their device, whether it's their phone, laptop, whatever it is, now it's been shown, to the world. This has been happening over and over, especially to black people or whatever. But I mean now that it's just it's just been shown, and we just continue. With the narrative since Rodney King and before then, where it's like, oh man, he's black, and the cops, and of course, I mean, hey, we black, we know what it is though, but I mean,
bro, Dre, this shit has been like I said, this the thing that's crazy, yo. America's dealing with black cops killing black people, whatever, like that shit that's happening. I can't say it's not a narrative that's happening, like but they kill a lot of motherfuckers. Yeah. But you mainly see the black people. But at the same time, they are killing motherfuckers. Same way that you see this fucking asshole who, whatever situation happened, we don't know all the way. He kills somebody, then everybody's going to jump around and say, fuck all cops. All cops are bad. There's so many fucking growing kids who wanted to be a fucking cop when they got older, who wanted to protect their mom and their community, and there's a fucking great officer of the law who will protect you with their life. But them niggas get shitted on because of one dickhead like this.
That's right. That's right.
Fucking on your mind. It's so different plays on your mind, yo. You have to start figuring out how you can get out of it so you can survey it all instead of just the pieces.
Yeah.
The pieces.
Have to look big picture. Yeah. You have
to big picture that shit.
You have to navigate yourself through the stuff. Because just like you said, like they've been studying how the mind works forever.
Yep.
They geniuses, yo.
Ever, right?
Yeah. Them motherfuckers got the information. Some of us the keys. They got information that we ain't never even thought of. They're not even in this fucking dimension right now. I'm telling you, bro. This shit is all way deeper than any kind of fucking understanding or education we could have. It's all of it.
The last Matrix movie.
That
last.
Go back and watch all the Matrix movies for real.
We watched all of them leading up to that last one. That last one though is like it feels so real. It's almost like fuck. But all of them, watching all of them at once, like we did it in one weekend, like nice. We made a weekend out of it, man. By Sunday, we were in here rattling off all types of conspiracy theories and just realizing how simulated stuff is. Like I've never seen my neighbors take out or bring in groceries. I do it every week.
Right.
Yeah.
I've never been have with a grocery bag and look next door and that person had a grocery bag too, because that's not a part of the simulation they want me to have as a core memory.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, they got it. They got it all set up now, especially in 2024, where a lot of people are just stuck in a cycle,
Yeah.
and not knowing,
Why?
not even knowing, just
Yeah.
not even knowing, and realizing that a lot of things is just, set up to just fail you, especially if you're not, educated or getting informed by certain informations. Then
Right.
you
Yeah.
just
Right.
feel lost
Yeah,
in the
some
sauce.
some people literally just don't even have the mental capacity to be able to be open enough. And that's not a knock
No.
on anybody. It's literally just facts. Some
Yeah.
people are, autistic, whatever the fucking, case you bear. Like there's a lot of boundaries that are just made, just from your development, just from all of that shit, bro. It's not on
Okay,
anybody.
what's the biggest conspiracy theories in a way that you sort of believe in?
All of
All
them.
of
I
them.
believe all of them.
All of them.
All of them.
All of them. You
I
can
believe
put
all
all
of
of
them.
them.
I believe they
They
all come from
sound
some kind of
crazy.
fact.
I believe it.
Yeah. I
You
believe
know
they
what
all
I'm
come
saying?
from some shit.
They
Oh,
all
yeah.
come from somewhere, and
Yeah.
there's some sense of truth to each and every one of them. Y'all,
That's what I believe.
I don't know if y'all remember, like the Inquirer used to be full of all the, UFO stuff, blah 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 blah. And then when Men in Black came out, there was like, this is where we get our news about the aliens, and I was like, bet.
Probably fucking true.
Because and then growing up in that, you like your mama telling you, don't believe nothing that's in that Inquirer. They just, but that's where the real stuff was, right?
That's where a lot of
and
shit
now all of a
is.
sudden now aliens do exist. Duh. Right?
I'm a fan of music, and I feel like music doesn't get created until real shit happens, right? And I was just having this conversation with my family. A lot of people, like, they feel sad for people like Michael Jackson, or they feel sad for people like Tina Turner, but it's like they created some of the best art of our lives out of the worst moments
of theirs.
And so that art has to imitate life. Y'all can't tell me people making these alien fucking movies and there's nothing to attach it to. That's just somebody's imagination. You can kiss my ass with that.
No,
the Nazis, all that shit. I mean, but the thing is, history gets destroyed, and like I don't know if I said this on here or a different show, but history used to be this is some crazy shit. History used to be written down on paper, on rocks,
absolutely.
on documented fucking pieces of evidence that you had in your fucking hand, or you could pick up, or you could put somewhere, and it could stay there to the end of time if nobody touches it or disturbs it. But now, the history that is documented, the history that is received, the history that is made is digital. There's every bit of the last 20 years can be completely erased
edited.
with no motherfucking evidence that we were even here.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's scary shit.
Absolutely.
That's scary.
And that's funny that you say that, because even for like my clients, because I encourage journaling, right? And so every time a client says, "Oh, well, I do it in my phone, or I record something, or I type it up and all that," and so I don't discourage it because they're doing something, but I was like, but I also encourage you to print that out and put it on some paper. Write that stuff down. And please, and make sure that when you print, you don't have a thermal printer, right? Because once the heat hit that, that's gone. So because I learned that too, right? And all that, and like the powers that be are the biggest narcissists on this planet. And I remember on TikTok, I followed this narcissist who is recovering and in recovery, and so he teaches people how to identify narcissists and deal with them or whatever, right? His first video that I ran across said, "If I can control your emotions, I can control you."
All the way.
Stuck with me, because that's exactly what America does. That's what politics does. That's what religion does. They can control everything. Your emotions. They control you. So if you can grab a hold of that part of you and understand your emotions, if you can identify them, if you can know what you're feeling and let that shit flow through you and not get stuck in you, right? Then you can survive this. But if you get
that's why that's even fucking harder, because all emotions aren't always controllable. You can't control who you love, no matter how fake you're trying to fucking be. You can't control who you love. You can't control who you hate. You can't. The real shit. You can't control what makes you sad. You cannot. If that's why it's so fucking hard to you know what I'm saying? Now you can learn how to work with it, but as far as having total control, nobody does.
Because emotions are emotions. They're gonna do what they do. Feelings are feelings.
They're visitors. That's what my therapist
Right.
is teaching me, that they're visitors.
Right.
So yes, I can't control that this makes me sad.
But you can allow it to be with you for the moment.
But I'm not
it
going
will flow right through you if you allow it.
Yep.
But we tend to hold on to the thing, and that's what get us all fucked up.
I spend my time with toddlers because I model my life after toddlers. A toddler will scream and holler and cry on the floor, and 5 seconds later be up smiling because they felt that emotion and
they got rid. Yeah, that's it. I like that, Holly. I like that.
I model my life after 3-year-olds.
Yeah. You know, when you're grieving, you got to go through the process, and you might circle through the cycles of grief, you know, several times in one day, right? You know, mad, shocked, all that stuff, right? Yep. But at the end of the day, you got to let it flow out of you, right? You know, and that's how you maintain your sanity, you know, because we'll get stuck in the thing.
You're right. And one thing they're definitely trying to do is definitely erase all of our history, and especially, you know, to the young ones, to the youth, you know, growing up, not even knowing certain things that will happen, you know, in the past or what's really real. You know, they could literally just make some shit up and just have you believe it, you know, and just be like, okay, you know, and hey, that's what that was. It was like, nah, really? That's what they teaching you? But yeah, like, I mean, even with just, you know, Black history, you know, not even wanting to teach, you know, Black history to, you know, Black kids to know, you know, where they come from and, you know, what they've been through and stuff like that no more. So
we don't even have Black history. We have American Black history. We don't know our real culture. That was something else I was getting into with my family. Like that, we went through different things and experienced different events and stuff like that, where I was getting to understand, and it was kind of like a epiphany moment to me. I was like, damn, that's true. Like, we don't know our real culture. We don't know the fucking basis of our stuff. We just, whatever we was raised on here, from slavery to, you know, most of us are descendants of slaves. So it's like, that's all we do know. Just the culture that was fucking formulated after we were free, and, you know, whenever they was passing down.
I read
you don't got the true culture.
That was like, slavery is not Black history; it interrupted Black history.
Pretty much.
It's like
pretty much.
It was things going on
before that, right?
Before that, you know what I mean? And that's why I'm really grateful that there are a lot. I'm grateful for this young generation. These kids that have there are a lot of kids that have the internet, and they are using the internet in a way that helps us, because there's a small group of people that are older than them that's listening to them and learning from them. There's another group of people that are like making them feel bad, but I'm grateful to be in that wage. Like, I'm grateful to be able to tell my elders, like, okay, calm down, and be able to learn from the young ones, because even these young white kids are very radical, and they are standing in the gap between us and their racist forefathers. And I appreciate, like, I want to take a moment after all the heavy shit that we talked about and just like truly appreciate a lot of these newer generation white kids. They are truly doing their research, and they're finding out how wicked some of their bloodlines are, and they're doing the work of allies by literally standing in the gap and making sure that, like, we are aware of the fact that, like, this is not right, and they're trying to be the change. And I truly appreciate that generation for that.
Me too. Absolutely. You know, like, I love our young folks though. Like you said, they dig for the truth. They're ready to stand up, you know, and that's part of the breakdowns in the system too, because they're choosing not to have babies. They're choosing to go to therapy. They're choosing to get their healing. They're choosing, you know, that they're making some choices that will, you know, it make more of an attempt to create change. And I feel like it's impactful because the increase in stopping those things from happening. You know, the increase in, you know, like with abortion laws, and what that's because people don't stop just going out there having babies. They're not out there like, you know, I just need somebody to love me, so I'm gonna have some babies. They're like, no, I'm gonna go.
I don't know about this.
A lot of people
I don't know about that.
none of the shit that come with it.
I feel like a lot of these motherfuckers. I don't know, bro. I kind of feel like we kind of going from one side of the spectrum all the way to a whole fucking far right side of the spectrum. Like, it's for me, it's just like, you know, I feel like I've said this shit a billion times, yo. I feel like we have so much information that we really don't have any information.
Right.
And, you know, that's the reason why it's even more complicated than it was when we didn't have information. Like it was easier when we can just kind of brainstorm a lot more to kind of figure out our own shit. And then at least then you're kind of using your collective thought. But at the same time, now motherfuckers all think that they have the answers for everything, so everybody thinks they know everything, and they really don't know shit. And just like this video, we saw an incident take place, and just because we have the evidence in front of our face that we can visually connect to, it pretty much stops there. So for most people, that video stops there. She shot her. He shouldn't have did that. No. Form a march, form a band, form whatever the fuck you want. Right. At the end of the day, you have or you have no kind of conclusion to even what's real in that motherfucker. People slowing it down, speeding it up, playing it fast. Look at that part. Remember that girl? Remember when that girl? What the fuck was her name? The black girl. She was in a hotel party. Kiana, and she got found in the freezer, and then it was it was like a fucking million stories, all the way up to fucking Bill Murray killed her for her liver, for Selena Gomez, and this and that, and bruh, listen, that's because motherfuckers got the internet and they making movies out of the fucking videos that they watching this shit.
Right. There's a documentary about that. Oh, it's a documentary about like the birth of like I think it's called like Antisocial Nation. It's about like the birth of memes and how like memes and all of the conspiracy theories around like pointless memes started all of these crazy deep conspiracy theories, and then like it became a whole culture. I think it's called Antisocial Nation. I'm gonna tell y'all again later.
Like if somebody walks outside their house, there's a bear out here. There's a bear outside. And you're like, there's a bear outside. There ain't never been no fucking bears out here. And you walk out there, you don't see no bears and shit. The next day you go, that's people talking about there's a fucking bear. And then everybody in the whole thing, there was a bear. Yeah, he was in my house. The shit gets started out of nowhere. But somebody probably did see a fucking bear. You never saw it again.
Right.
Well, you saw something that looked like a bear. It was a big dog. That's how conspiracies start. It's the same shit.
Yeah,
we just got a lot of.
You play the telephone game as a kid, one person say one thing, and it turned into something completely different. And now we have media traveling along,
and entice it and engage it and manipulate it and fucking develop it into whatever they want, just like the white crime shit. What do we need? Just like the assassination attempt on fucking. Have y'all been following that? Yeah. Did y'all see that fucking lady who just fucking was they pressed her ass at the conference and she fucking retired right afterwards? She said, "No, I'm done. I can't do this shit."
No, I didn't see that.
I didn't see that one.
I didn't see that one.
Biden just stepped the fuck down, right?
Yeah, I saw this.
There's a lot going on right now, yo. There's a lot.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it's a whole lot going on right now. I mean, shit. I think we talked about it. We talked about it before on a previous episode about the movie that came out last year, Leave the World Behind, and how things were, just, if you just, pick little certain things apart and you just saw really through what they was, sort of actually telling you or whatever like that. Shit is getting crazy though. I was like, dog, I'm 33. I don't ever remember a president ever, stepping down 6 months, 5 months into an election. And then last time a president, a assassination attempt, I'm like, I believe I don't even know. Like, I'm just like, dog, like this shit just don't happen though. Like this shit is just it's crazy though. And then I gotta ask you guys, because sort of me and my fiance been going back and forth, and I say to like, man, we don't really choose who the fuck the president gonna be. They put that shit out there and make you go vote, go to the corners.
They don't matter either.
Hey, that shit don't matter.
It really doesn't matter.
Presidents don't matter.
The president. Yeah,
one time in my life, and that was for Kanye West when he was written in.
I remember that. Me too.
I voted for Kanye.
I was like, I'm voting for Kanye.
That would have been exciting at least.
I love Kanye. That was the first November that they saw me. The second, because I worked Obama's first administration. I wasn't old enough. I worked the ballot. I was 17 years old. I worked the ballot that day. I remember that. His second administration, I did not vote. That year that Kanye was on the ballot, I went in and voted. Only year I voted. Now I do my local voting. voting. I pay attention to that. But that presidential shit, no, I don't.
I don't believe in the president.
Okay, so it's a whole lot of BS behind it though. I know I gotta ask you guys now, since Brian mentioned and Biden and all this stuff, stepping down. It seemed real weird. It really do. It seemed like something else, really going on. But um Kamala Harris, the vice president, could be on the verge of becoming uh, the first black female president. Can you guys see that happening?
Hell no.
I don't know.
I think they did that because I think just how you just said it, Dre. Look how you just said it. I'm just pointing this shit out. It's nothing against you.
Yeah, because
This is what you said. This was the draw. This was the draw. Can you see Kamala Harris being the first black woman president? That's the draw. That's it. We don't know shit about what she's gonna do. We don't know none about what she's done. We just know, black woman. Of course I'm voting. I'm a black woman. I'm black. I want a black. Nah, that's all motherfuckers care about.
Right.
The president shit. If it was never clearer to people in the fucking planet, the president don't matter. You see how long Putin been running fucking Russia, yo? That motherfucker run. The Korean nigga, what's his name? Kim Jong. All they fucking family run Korea. We the only fucking world or whatever that's in there transitioning fucking anybody, celebrities, black people, white people, old people, young. We don't give a fuck, bro. You think we run it?
Like that's probably the only reason why she will get it is because America. So in the age of reality shows, America is not to be upstaged because, as Chanel said, the people who run this country are narcissists. And right now, the most famous people in this world are reality stars. So now the government wants to be reality stars.
We're reality show. Yeah.
Reality show. Yeah, we are in the midst of a big ass reality show, and that's why I wake up in the morning and put on cat ears. I do what the fuck I want to do.
Exactly.
What's the name of that show? Because it reminded me of that show Kerry Washington, and I believe she was Scandal. Yeah. I was like, well, damn, this reminds me of Scandal right here.
Living Olivia Pope. Okay, you're right.
People be talking shit about Kamala Harris and what she did for black people and what she was doing, throwing black people in fucking jail. Even saying it. Like, there's a lot of black people in jail.
I probably shouldn't say this, but y'all my family, so I love y'all. She got a white husband.
She had Montel Williams.
I don't care. She got a white husband. And then we got to remember, Montel Williams had hair and a little extra on the side. But I mean, come on now.
Be president, y'all.
Everybody at that level is very well trained.
Yeah,
you do what they do and be what the people want them to be. Yeah, right.
And that's no offense to her because I don't know that woman.
No, not at all.
Let's take out then. Obviously she'll be okay. She's the first, black woman, to possibly be running for president. Let's take out, race or whatever though. The first woman to become president. Will this country? Will a woman be running it? Can you guys see that at least though?
I feel like
black, white, Puerto Rican.
I can see that
like a black woman,
like Chanel could run the fuck out of this country.
And they wouldn't like it.
But a safe black woman cannot run this country, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. A safe black woman is an aggressive white woman. I'm going to just say that. And maybe that's a bold statement to say, but that's how I feel about very safe black women. Mm-hmm. There are certain black women that walk into the room that you know that there's a black woman in your presence. There are other black women that walk into the room and you might slip up and say nigga around her. Right. You're not going to make a mistake and say nigga around a woman like me or Chanel. You might say it around me before I open my mouth, but when you hear me talk, you're going to be like, ooh. I don't think that kind of black woman can run the country.
Mm-hmm. And I think the people above are pulling the strings anyway, so I don't think it matters.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, I don't think it matters.
You know who I like?
A year.
You know who I like that I don't even know what the fuck he's going through. I'll be completely honest. I've just heard this guy talk a bunch of times, and he seems highly educated and what he speaks. He's not running for president. He's running for something. I don't know if it was vice president or nobody nominated him. I was just looking at his name, Vivek Ramaswamy or some shit like that. He's if you've seen him, you might know a little bit more about him. He's been in the presidential debates. He's running for something. I don't know enough about the shit. Okay. But I like him. I like his character. I like the way he speaks. I like how he speaks. He's diverse. And he seems like he has good interests. That's the very least I look for. If it's somebody that's going to be at least in a position of power, I don't really believe in the president. Like y'all said, no matter who get in there, the agenda is going to be pushed no matter what. Now, they can fight back. They can fight back with some ideas.
And that's what I'm saying. If somebody got in there that's going to challenge the status quo at all costs, you know what I'm saying? And
get murdered. And get fucking murdered.
I was saying, be willing to be sacrificed for good, right?
Yeah.
If I'm president, they're going to kill me. Just be real.
Oh, yeah. Just like Kennedy, they shot his ass.
But it's not even challenge the status quo as much as it is like you have to be the person who gets in there has to actually be a student of the system because you have to be able to utilize the system to actually get change. You can't just go in there and snap off and be like, "No, you motherfuckers don't do this."
Right? No, you have to. You're right.
With a mild temper and talk to them in their language within their guidelines and still make them do what the fuck they have to do.
Yeah. That's like cussing somebody out without them knowing you cussed them out.
Yeah, that's like an intricate ass black person. And I feel like the person who can do that, there are people like me and Chanel who just don't want to do that shit. I just don't want to do that shit. But the people who are capable of doing it, we ain't trying to do it because we like, fuck it. We all got the same end game anyways.
Right.
The people who stepping up to do it, they're very susceptible to becoming puppets.
Yeah.
So it's not really a win, but I guess it's a win.
Yeah.
So this country is doomed either way, you know. So I mean, having an aggressive, you say, Harley says, a black woman such as Kamala Harris, probably can't run the country though. So you know, we looking at another 4 years. I guess.
We just got to pick one hole.
But Drake, Trump. She wouldn't. But the thing is, I think. Well, at least what I'm trying to say is, Kamala Harris, Biden, Trump, whoever. At least Trump is fucking entertaining.
He is entertaining. I'm not gonna lie.
It's gonna be the same shit.
Whoever's in there is gonna do the same things, right?
Yeah, I'm like,
what side of Florida they on, whatever it is.
I'm really leaning towards T Daddy because he's funny. And the thing
Biden was barely alive and was fucking still in there.
He's a businessman.
It don't matter, bro.
He's a businessman, but he's not the same kind of businessman as the other ones. He want to put money in our pocket because he like to see money move.
Right. Yeah.
But his intellect, not his intellect, but his character is what fucks Trump up because he is an arrogant, rich asshole. There's no doubt about it. But at the same time,
but I respect who he is. That's what I know what to
and what we call in bad guys in wrestling, we call heels. Like he's a perfect heel to be, you know.
But his reputation. The thing that's about Trump, this is the thing, and people might hate me for this, and I've said this way back in my episode 9 of the fucking Beeline. We on 108 now. Trump, if he's president, he don't want to look bad.
Oh no,
he wants shit done so everybody can look at him because he's a narcissist.
He's a narcissist.
He wants that shit like, see what I did?
I did that.
See what the fuck I did?
He's about to run this country like a business. First of all, I'm gonna tell y'all this: the man is an asshole.
I mean, it is a business though.
I would never eat at a table, but if somebody ever asked me who would I want to sit down and have a business conversation with, it would be that man. That man found a way to not pay taxes on a golf field. I mean, on a golf course or whatever, because there was somebody buried in it, and he got it filed as taxes as like a grave site. Avoided taxes, and then the taxes that he paid, they had to rebate him. I'm sorry.
That's smooth as fuck. I gotta admit, that's smooth as fuck.
I want to hurt that man.
That's some smooth ass shit.
Yo, they all crooked.
But
and you know what else I go by?
Yeah.
Look how hard they trying to keep that motherfucker. They try to put. When have you ever seen a fucking president going to jail? They never happened. But they was trying to lock that motherfucker up. They don't want that motherfucker in there.
Yeah.
I also think, like, no pun intended, but that's their trump card too, I think. Because they can't control him as much as they control everybody else. I think that's the reason they try to keep him up out of there or whatever. Because he don't listen. Because they be like, you need to do it. He's like, yeah, no.
I'm doing what the fuck I want to do.
He gonna do it whatever he
want to do, right?
Just saying, yo.
That boy
ain't the best person in the world. There ain't no doubt about that.
Yeah. He's a horrible human, but like
felony and all, though. He like, fuck that. I'm still running for this.
I'm doing what I'm doing. Look at all the shit that he's been through. He got impeached his last term. He damn near the fucking president.
Bruh.
The
That
Democrats
man got impeached and then
right
ran again.
And then ran again?
race.
Is you supposed to do that?
I don't even think you
you came back.
I didn't think that was possible.
Time out.
They bounced you from the club and you just came right back.
If you fired from the job, you can't be like, let me apply
Exactly.
for
Exactly.
No,
That's what I thought.
You gotta have a motherfucker like that run your shit. You ain't come on, bro.
You got fired. You can't apply
You
for
can't
the
come
job.
back. No, but he was like, yeah, now I'll be back.
No, his application was supposed to be automatically denied though.
Exactly.
Exactly. He's been being talking.
You know what I'm saying? This show, man. And I just say
Come
this:
on,
if
man.
you got
They called him back before everybody else, huh?
If you got a dream, follow it, because this is just a shit show, and whatever's written, I don't know what's gonna be wrote. But baby, have a good time while you
enjoy your life, baby.
That's it. That's it.
Like,
enjoy your life every single day. Wake up and choose to enjoy your life.
Enjoy your life, man.
It's gonna be a shit show regardless. So let's be
It's gonna be a shit
entertained.
show regardless. I agree with that. Eggs and shit still gonna be $15.
Yeah, exactly.
Ain't nobody getting a raise.
Right.
Same
Right.
shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Same shit.
So,
Fuck the presidents. I'm saying it now. Watch them turn my fucking bank card off because I'm saying it. Fuck the presidents. None of
But
that
I
shit
also
means
watched
nothing.
somebody, I forgot what person I was watching. It was on TikTok, of course. And they was talking about how like the presidency ain't even a jam no more. They going around the route of the judicial system because most of the people on the Supreme Court, is on that side and stuff. So that now they're trying to run stuff through, create situations where everything has to go before the court, and let the court make it.
And all they are is fucking sex traffickers and fucking child molesters. And come on. That's what I said before. Like I said, and I can't believe I'm saying it once again. You start to see if you really are paying attention, this shit is deeper. It's out of our realm. It's out of our realm, yo.
Yeah,
this is Mortal Kombat shit.
We
This
inside
isn't
of a
real,
little
bro.
pod that's inside of somebody's fucking laboratory.
Come on, bro.
Throwing shit in there. That's why we should be having fun,
We
man.
starting to see it more than
I
ever.
shouldn't be
We're
having
starting to
fun.
understand it more than ever with the weather, with every fucking thing. We are starting to understand it more because, like you said, Dre, the surveillance is more. We have more depictions. We have more imagery. We have more fucking knowledge. We're walking around getting pumped with information in our fucking brains more than ever. Come on, bro. It's
shit. I remember somebody saying last season that really blew my mind because I was like, I always wondered, when I go to these events, especially at the Capital One Arena, whether it's like a concert, basketball, or wrestling, and I'm like, damn, man, I just ate right before I got here, and then all of a sudden I get in the arena, and I'm like,
and
well,
you
damn,
home.
I'm hungry as shit. Like, goddamn, like I
You
think
go
I
buy
might want
yourself a
some
$25
popcorn and shit.
hot dog and a $50 Coke.
And 15, 17, I'm like, well, damn. So they, so they just pumping in popcorn smell, just making everybody hungry and shit. You just thinking all of a sudden,
Again, they have studied us, baby.
especially in the theater.
They know exactly how we work.
And it's also
eye level on purpose. When I went in the mall the other day, the little gumball machines was at top of the level. Like they know exactly what they doing and how to do it. Between the music, between the colors, they know what colors make us hungry. Like, and then they top that off by putting shit in the food that make you come back. So like,
it's genius.
No doubt.
It's ridiculous to have to be one of the little mice in the experiment, but the shit when you start to break it down and
you start to see it and all,
it's genius to me. Like I'm a person who like enjoys to like create an issue. Like I'll come in a room and have a whole body emotion just to create emotions in everybody else and be like, no, I'm just joking. Because I like that. So to watch the system, oh my God, I salivate. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's beautiful to me.
Yo, we're just animals, man. We're just animals. People forget that shit. Yo. We're just a structured fucking species. There's a video out. It was a while back. I think it came out like a while ago, but it's an alien video. And it's one of the ones where you watch it. It's like a dark one, and it's like this fucking aliens just talking. And you watch it to this day. People say it's fake, but everybody says everything's fake. I don't fucking know if it's fake. It could be a real fucking alien really talking shit. But one of the things that the alien said, because it was just going off. The guy was asking the questions. It was just saying mad shit. One of the things that he said, and I've been thinking about this shit ever since. He said, so how long do people have? Or one of the questions was, how long do people have? And the alien said, with the guy said, with time. And the alien said, time is a human construct.
Right.
It does not exist.
It does not exist.
Think about it. Think about it. The only reason we have time, the fucking time, want to watch and all that shit, it's for organization purposes, bro.
That's it.
Time
That's
it. Mean anything.
It doesn't.
We didn't have to eat. If we didn't have to eat, if we didn't have to sleep, we wouldn't even have time the way we have it now. If we'd have to reserve energy and put forth energy, just like the fucking world does with reflecting the sun, the garden, the ecosystem, time would mean nothing. You can have this fucking cup until the end of fucking eternity, forever blows up and it's back in the dust, stardust, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Time is irrelevant. That big ass grasp of reality opened up more realities in my circle. Like, damn, time don't exist.
Yeah.
What else don't exist?
Yeah.
There's so much just programmed shit that we are just riding on until we die. You only got a fucking 100 years if you're lucky.
Yeah. They got people around here. You all getting back and forth about what religion is right.
I'm telling you, and you're gonna be 70 years old. Like, fuck, I wasted mad time. There we go. One more. There was another movie I was watching. There's another movie I was just watching recently, and this lady, it was this guy. It's called Killer. It's on Netflix. Really fucking good. And this guy, he went to go. Killer. It's called The Killer. Okay. And he went to go talk to this lady. He was about to kill this lady. And I guess the lady knew he was coming. He sat down at the table just right across from me and say shit. But she knew what time it was. Right. And the first thing she fucking said, she said, damn, I knew I should have had that Haagen-Dazs ice cream every single night. She immediately, she just like, I wasted all that fucking time.
This is why I did what I want.
I agree with you, Harley.
This is why I do what I want.
You do what you want.
This is why I do what I want.
I remember telling the client about because he's like, I keep eating these muffins the size of my hands, and the first thing I say is, but did they taste good? Did you enjoy them? Because eat the fucking muffin.
The problem is you got a problem with you eating the muffin.
Right. You are the problem. The muffin ain't the problem. Eat the muffin, enjoy the muffin. Just savor the fucking muffin. And then get up and want to go walk tomorrow or something. Don't make you should not be stressing. Nobody, please, and that's everybody. Stop stressing over stuff that just don't fucking matter.
I always say time.
We are the only animal that's conscious, so we are the only animal that's aware of what we're doing. We literally can have a thought about thinking, like, "Oh, why am I angry?
Yes,
why am I hurt?" And that is how we end up in our loop.
In a loop.
There you go.
Now, we're mad, but then we feel bad about being mad, and now we mad because we feel bad about being mad. And just don't get out of it.
Right.
Have your feelings and do what you need to do.
And that's it.
And release.
Yeah.
You're gonna go.
I mean, that's what my therapist was saying. She's like, when you eat the ice cream, the problem is not you eating the ice cream. Is that you feel guilty after you eat the ice cream.
It's the consciousness.
It's the guilt.
That's what fucking consciousness is. In my opinion, that's what consciousness is.
Yeah.
Consciousness is understanding, like you just said. That's development. The whole development.
And then you feel guilty because of a what? Social construct. That says you shouldn't eat the ice cream.
Because you don't want to be obese. Why
don't you don't want to be fat? Right?
Maybe I like being fat.
Well, it's still health. There's still health involved there too, though.
But
it's
another way to keep us all.
But the social construct does not match with the health thing because they're putting bullshit in our food anyway.
Anyway, but you'll still die faster if all you eat is ice cream.
Wouldn't I want to die happy?
Right.
I don't want to live 100 years if I'm eating shit that I don't like. That's the
there's still a balance. Don't let's not give crazy information like Lizzo.
You should eat ice cream every day, all day. No,
I'm not saying eat ice cream, but the thing is, your body is gonna regulate. Your body is never gonna want ice cream all day, every day. But you might want ice cream every day for 2 weeks. I say do that because eventually your body is going to get tired of it, and you are gonna.
And you don't have to eat a gallon of ice cream every second.
Right, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, for sure.
But you
know how motherfuckers are.
Impulses.
Yeah.
I just feel like
she said to eat ice cream. I'm eating. Fuck you, mom.
Every day. Every day
for life.
Fucking ice cream.
She was dead at 37. What happened? Oh, she ate ice cream every fucking day. Oh, but the podcast said she should.
But if she dies happy, am I wrong?
Hell yeah. Because you fucking stupid ass. I don't want to influence nobody in that bullshit.
I don't want to live 100 years eating vegetables if I can die with a smile on my face and Haagen-Dazs on my lap.
Fuck that. I want to stay a little longer, see my kids grow up. And if I got to eat a couple vegetables, I'll eat it. Balance.
I don't got kids. So when I'm out this bitch, I'm out this bitch. Mic drop. But you got kids.
I dig it. I dig it. Look at, I always say, man, time is another way for them to keep us in control and or under control in a way, man. It's nothing but an illusion, man, for real. Tell us, hey, go to bed, get up, go to work, lay their ass down, do it all over again.
Right, yeah. Nah, eat when they say eat how they say eat, like all of that stuff or whatever, you know. And everyone like learning from people on TikTok.
Definitely 3 times a day, right?
You know, and do their own thing. Like, so I'm also learning stuff like growing my own garden and you know, putting my water out in the sun so it can restructure. You know,
we got a fucking plant right here by its back door, a fucking watermelon plant right here. We've been gardening for the last 4 years. We didn't get a chance to do it this year like we usually do, but I'm telling you, man, just like you just said, you start if you're smart, because people die just being fucking program machines and don't never change. That's why I don't even hate on Harley and what she's saying, because I definitely she's understanding that you have to fucking make some type of change. If you don't want to just conform, if you really don't want to die fucking fast and unhappy, keep going that same process. Just like Dre just said, keep waking up, going to sleep, going to work.
Yeah.
Keep that program going, bro. Forget about it. You're going to die a miserable motherfucker. Get married because you think it's the right thing to do. All of that bullshit. Buy a house before you're ready just because you think it's the American dream. Keep fucking around. And you're going to
commit yourself to your kids and not have a life of your own.
Like, what am I doing?
Exactly.
How many people been on their deathbed and was just like, damn,
you know what?
I bet a lot. I bet a lot of motherfuckers been like that.
Honestly, because I don't know whatever that created me decided to make my relationship with death is, but since an early age, I've had a very intimate relationship with death. I've seen a lot of people on their way out of this world.
Okay.
And I actually have considered becoming a death doula because I'm good at it. I'm really good at it. So, but I realized that growing up, I watched a lot of people go out of this world, and the last things that they always said were regrets.
Yeah.
I've also attended a lot of funerals, and a lot of those funerals, people stood up and they said, I wish my blank had a done blank. I know they really wanted to do blank. And I told myself at like 13, ain't nobody ever gonna wish that for me. Harley did what the fuck she wanted to do. All of it. And she lived life. And one thing that I learned to be, especially now in my 30s, is unapologetic about it. Like I am so content with who I am that I will sit in a room with a person that is completely opposite of who I am and say, I completely respect and endorse what you're doing, because I don't want everybody to be like me.
Right.
I think the world would be a shit show if everybody was like me. But this works
for you. That's important.
And when I learned to be unapologetic about it in that way, I could be around people without offending them.
Yes.
I do feel like who I am, if I did not have that type of acceptance, would offend people.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I know how to communicate it. Like Brian said, I'm not gonna walk up on people and just tell them shit that they don't need to know about me.
Right.
because it's a lot. And I'm aware that to the average day person, saying that like I'm a pole dancer who makes sweaters is a lot. That's one sentence. That's only my life, and that's
but it fucks up their whole structure of what they believe should be the right thing to do.
You knit sweaters and you pole dance and you got on ears right now.
Right,
that's a lot to just chew down.
Yeah,
so I'm aware of that, and I think my problem with a lot of the communities that we talk about in like these podcasts is like a lot of people in these communities, they don't have enough awareness,
right,
that they can feel content in what they're doing without the acceptance of the outer world.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's another reason. Like even when I was talking to my girl about like, you know, when we do these, my wife, said, girl, I haven't done that in a while.
Yo, why?
But
don't get in trouble, man.
I'm trying to tell you. But when I talked to her about like when we do these shows and stuff like that, because like you said, Harley, like, you know, I'm the same fucking way, yo. Like one of the the beeline, like, you know, the reason why I started the whole show, because I never was the motherfucker to sit there and try to tell you stuff and formulate it so that you can like it how I say it. How do you? You look like you may get upset. No, I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say. Like that's why I say it on here, even like, everywhere. You know, it's I'm not trying to put up a fucking, you know, a front or any of that shit. I'm trying to just to let you experience me and all of me, and that's what the fuck I give. That's all I gotta give.
That's it.
I mean, I'm not stuck in my ways. I can learn from, you know, influence. I can learn from different things.
We all adaptable, right? Like,
but I'm not easily fucking, you know, transitional. I'm not.
Right. I'm not gonna flip over every time, right?
Fuck out of here, man.
Yeah. I can hear you out without conforming to what you have to say.
Exactly.
You
know? I mean, that's why I you know, chose to break the mold as a no bullshit therapist, right? Because the shit that y'all doing, the way y'all do it, the way you're teaching it ain't working in the way that it should work. Let me figure out how it works, and people want real, right?
That's right.
People that, and I'm not everybody cup of tea, and I'm all right with that, right?
Yeah.
So if you can handle my neurodivergence, if you can handle who I am and how I talk, and you know, and then I'm gonna be, you know, fully me all day, every day, and give it to you real, then come on, let's get these services, right?
Yeah.
And all that. And if it's not for you, then it's not for you, right?
Exactly.
And I even ask clinicians as they come on, like, you know, if no bullshit is not your way, that's cool. If how you do it, how you want. But everybody that the universe leads to me is like, yeah, nah, I like to know. Everybody had their own style, but everybody on the team is no bullshit in their own way, right? If you need me to hold your hand while we do no bullshit, we can do that, right? But it's about being your authentic self, because that's what people appreciate. That's vibrating high, and when you're being authentic. And in love.
The things that we're the most afraid to show to the world is actually the thing that will make us the most comfortable in the world.
Oh my God, yes.
Like that thing that you don't want to express because you feel like, ooh, why me? Or who am I to say? That is your thing, and that will make you feel comfortable here because that's your space.
Yeah.
Hey, real fast to that though, before we could transition into something that Chanel actually said, and I think that it's a good thing that Harley said. A lot of us, we deal with how society, the pressure of society, and how to look, how to feel, how to, you know, carry on and everything like that. Like, you know, with social media and everything, it's a lot of pressure on just, oh well, man, you know, people get on social media and they sit there, sometimes they compare their life to people sitting there. It's like, damn, man, I wish I can do that. I wish I can.
Too
Oh
much
man, why my
information.
life in it? You know, why am I? I'm like, oh, look, the society and social media already has a big pressure as it is, dog. So I think it's best to just, you know, find out what you good at and what you just and comfortable in your skin, because you know, trying to impress everybody in, you know, social media and just in the world every day, you gonna kill yourself faster than eating them ice creams every day. I'll tell you that.
Exactly.
Right about that shit.
You know, choose the chocolate or choose the stress, but it's both gonna be like, at least you're gonna enjoy the chocolate.
Oh boy.
We
That's
all
true.
got the same punchline, baby.
Yeah. Real talk. Real talk. You know.
Now, how you guys feel about that also too? The unspoken, what Charlie said, the unspoken social pressure to look a particular way.
So I'm gonna tell y'all why I brought that up. And I'm gonna share with permission from my daughter. She went to the Chris Brown concert a couple of weeks ago, or last week, whenever it was. And she called before the show and she's crying, and I'm like, oh Lord, did they not let you in? You lost your tickets, like you've been waiting on this forever and all that. But she was crying because she sweat her makeup off, right? And she and in the moment she was like, she's sobbing and she's like, this gonna sound stupid. And when she said it, I was like, baby, that don't sound stupid to me because I hear you.
Understand, yeah.
I understand, right? Because one, she put the work in to look like and she looked beautiful, right? And all that. You know, but then I started thinking on a larger scale, right? Because me and my other daughter sat and started talking about it and all that. I didn't wear makeup that much as, you know, a young person or whatever. I never had acne. So like my skin always been smooth and all that good stuff. So it wasn't until I got older, age, right? When I started seeing my wrinkles, right? Because nobody else sees them, but I see all of them, right? And I started putting makeup on and all that. My daughter started wearing, and I had a rule in my house for that you couldn't wear makeup till you was in high school. She started wearing lashes and stuff like that in middle school. She was very appropriate with it. And I was like, cool and all that. Sometimes she takes a break from the makeup because she realized she catches herself when she starts depending on it, right?
Yeah.
You know, and her bestie depends on it, right? You know, and so that's it. And so when I talked to my daughter, I was like, baby, you're beautiful without the makeup, right? Let the eyelashes fall off. It don't matter. Go in there and have a good time because that's what it's about, having a good time, right? But she stopped and had that moment, right? And all that. And she's like, and cognitively, she knows this because she's like, I know I'm beautiful. I know I'm drop dead gorgeous. I know these things, but like,
when you get out,
right? And so I talked with my daughter about like that societal norm that's on women to like look a certain way, be a certain way. We'll buy corsets that crush our damn intestines to have a snatched waist, right? Because I remember when I stopped buying all that shit, I was like, I'm sitting miserable as fuck. I can't eat, shit rolling, and
can't breathe, baby.
Why am I doing this, right? And all that. I got a belly. I birthed 2 babies. I brought life to this world. I'm gonna appreciate this belly, right? And so, like, and appreciating my whole self, right? So it just made me start thinking on just a grander scale. And I was also wondering, how much do men have that pressure? Because I know we talk about women and that stuff a lot, but how much do men have that pressure to look a certain way or be a certain way? Or I know there's a pressure to act a certain way and all that.
I mean, yeah, I definitely, I personally, just speaking on men a little bit, I think that, women probably definitely have way more of that pressure. I think looks for you guys is a little bit more sought after. I don't know the best way to say it or whatever.
Yeah.
But
I think unattractive male can get married, but it's not likely that an unattractive female would get married if we just talking about societal norms.
And how unattractive is unattractive?
Exactly.
That's true. Look at
it matters.
Look around.
Look around. It matters. Because there's some people that, I mean, damn, this is another conversation we've had before. But I know it sucks to say this, and it's very hard to say this, but there are some motherfuckers that everybody can kind of collectively be like, oh, that's not the best looking person ever. Right. It might not be, beauty's in the inside and all that shit. Yeah, definitely. It better be for that motherfucker because it ain't matching.
Right.
But at the same time, there's still going to be somebody who may like something different. Maybe it's not the obvious attractive part. Maybe it's not the most beautiful, Beyonce face and all that bullshit. Maybe it's something else they do. Maybe it's the way they take care of animals or maybe whatever the fuck it is. You feel me?
Whatever it is, yeah.
So as far as looks go with men, I think we come off in a different way. Men can be a fat ass. I'm a fat ass. I used to look way better, and I have my own problems with my look. I'm like, damn, I need to get back to my shit. And I say that for 3 years. I'm still fucking up, but eventually I'm going to do it. But I know I used to look way better when I was more fit and I felt better and I did this better and I looked better in my clothes and it's definitely a thing. Like, you know what I mean? It's not because of society as much as more of just like me personally. I want to fucking look a certain way. You know what I mean?
For me, it was more so, and I hear what you guys saying. Like, Brian said he just wanted to look wanted to look a certain way, and and same thing, with Chanel as well. But I think society plays a bigger part of the picture of it's like, all the men out here, what you see is, they got big muscles, they rip, they tight, the women, small hits and everything. So it's like, well, damn, everyone is trying to be all alike. Every woman got a BBL, shit like that. So it's like no one is trying to be themselves or just stand out and just stand out and on. But for me, for myself, I know, being a, big guy, and as I got older, I'm learning, shit. Not a lot of women, like skinny guys. They want a pillow sometimes they want to hold on to. You feel me? Like
something to do something, honey.
You feel me? But as far as me goes, the pressure on society from me, I spoke about it a lot, because I had a disability, so it was just like with
Right.
them, nobody, in my community, nobody is in a wheelchair. Everybody, walking, everybody doing it, doing what they doing. So it's like, you sit back and be like, well, damn, it's like, you're the only one in a wheelchair. So it's that, that pressure of just, like everyone's like, oh, why are you in a wheelchair? What happened to you? Shit like that. So, hey, but yeah, I agree. Women definitely do, have it, a little bit more challenging than men.
This conversation makes me so happy for my partner.
Yeah.
When I met him, I hid behind the fact that I fit into societal norms. I have a tiny waist.
Right.
And I have a little plump butt, and I'm a dancer, so my body is beautiful, and I can afford a wig because I don't have kids. So I'm wearing this long wig, and I'm hiding behind this hair, and I'm this woman that I don't want to be. And this man who I don't know from a can of paint meets me and says, "I will only love you if you show me who you really are."
Oh, nice.
Nah, for real though, nobody want to see all
A
that.
wig in 5 years.
Like,
I have not worn an excessive amount of makeup in 5 years, and I have spent time loving who I am, and it is all because somebody invited me to love myself
and
in a space that was safe to love myself. Like, I'm crazy and I'm messy, but he is right here, and
he embraces all of you.
It makes me feel really good.
Right.
The society looks at me and tells me, you fit, so you have to do it. Like, I don't have
right. And that's a whole different perspective.
Yeah, like the girl that doesn't fit into the norm, and there's nothing against anybody who doesn't fit into the norm. But if you fit into the norm, you can wake up in the morning and live an invisible life.
Exactly.
I am never invisible.
Right.
Because I am tiny, and I am perky, and I am peppy, and I'm on the squad, so I'm supposed to be this girl.
Right.
When I meet a guy that's like, you're a nerd who likes to play in the dirt, and I like that, and that's okay.
Right.
And I don't have to wear the wig, and I don't have to wear the heavy makeup, and I can just put 12 fucking earrings in my nose, and I can just be myself.
Right.
And so I love that, but it's aggressive in society, though.
Right. And
I also think.
Go ahead.
Oh, my bad, Charmel. Go ahead.
I also the part like with my daughter that made me the saddest is that she could say cognitively she knew better, right? So it's like such on a subconscious level that we start getting down on ourselves, or we're like, because I raised them to know that they're beautiful and all, right, and all that. Now they did have some stuff with their daddy and all that, so that's another issue. And all that, but like you said, but both of them are in relationships with men who do adore everything about them, right? I'm in a relationship with a man that adores everything about me, right? And all that, I think he would rather, the bonnet than me have all the hair.
Yeah.
No
Bullshit.
When I do dress it up, right? And stuff like that. And so, like, just embracing the full self of you, but there's such a subconscious, right? And for me, a lot of subconscious came from my mama and her subconscious, right? So she like that was my upbringing, because you're fat and we need to, and she started controlling the food and all that. And so in my head, I was just fat. I didn't think I was attractive, and so there was a lot that I had to fight myself out of. But when she cried, I was like, I felt all of it. I felt all of it, right? And I was like, it sucks that it's like that. It sucks that I know I'm beautiful, but I still looking at, what I'm saying? I'm still looking for the crow's feet. I'm still, every time somebody say, you don't look like you 52, you maybe 35, right? And stuff. And I'm like, all right then. But when I go to the mirror, I'm still like, do I need some concealer right there? Or what? Like,
But Sean Mel, on some real shit. On some real shit though. And like this is gonna be crazy, right? But just imagine if you didn't do that. Just imagine if you didn't take time to say, oh wait, I got the crow's feet. You going out the house and you say, man, fuck this shit. I got the bonnet on. I'm beautiful anyway.
Right.
Oh, you going out the house? Oh, I got a hole in my shirt. Oh, I'm beautiful, so I can walk.
Right.
Just imagine if you didn't take 2 minutes to self-acknowledge, to self-understand, self-reflect. Like that I think even though society may have, or if we call it society, whatever we want to call it, just like I just said, yo, I know I ain't fucking ugly. I know that for sure.
Right.
But I'm just saying, I still know that there's work that I can do to self-improve.
Absolutely.
There's things that I can do. When you do see those motherfuckers who go and they go to the gym 4, 5, 6 times a week, and they bust their ass, they sweat, and they kill that shit. And they go in the mirror, they take the pictures, and they show their fucking stomach got rips and abs and titties all fat and ass. And you looking, and you like, damn, that body looks crazy. Just like when you see a nice ass car, and that car is shined and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
You might find a dusty ass car that's fucked up, window missing. That's a beautiful car. Not to say it's not beautiful,
Right.
but let's be honest. When you seeing that chiseled physique and that motherfucker's glistening and looking good, it's attractive as fuck, yo.
Yes.
So nobody's saying you not beautiful, but we all gotta be. It goes back. It's the cycle. You gotta be realistic and honest. If you want to let yourself go and just acknowledge the fact that I'm beautiful, I can eat whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. Somebody loves me for me. That's awesome. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't let that be a reason you don't self-reflect.
Like you talked about before, the lull of comfortability.
Exactly, yo.
The love of comfortability.
Because I think that's where I think a lot of people, especially now in this generation, where people are starting to get to that point where they're like, hey, I don't need to work out. You should just accept me for me. Hey, I don't need to read a book.
But
you
that
just
don't mean you shouldn't be improving yourself.
Yeah,
exactly.
no.
You know.
You should love yourself, but you should also want
to grow and be better.
And then you just recognize the differences of the what's name. And that's why every time I speak about like freeness, I also speak about self-discipline.
Self-discipline,
I'm very free, but I'm also disciplined. Like my day starts at 4:30, you know what I mean? And it goes through a very clear cycle where, I can be a little bit more mischievous in other parts of my life because my day-to-day life, it reflects in my energy levels. It reflects in what comes out. And I'm also changing my perspective of getting older, especially as a woman. Like when my crow's feet come in, I want that to be a sign of I've lived a long life.
And and that's the point that I've gotten to where I'm like,
like
I earned these motherfucking crow feet. Because I grew humans and they grown. Like they survived childhood.
And they have humans. You know what I mean?
Right. So like that makes sense though. That makes sense, and being with somebody who does still accept all of me and I accept all of him. But like he walked a mile 2 days ago and he sent me the thing. And then I was like, man, baby, that was good. And he's like, your turn. And I'm like, all right. I know I can't walk a mile, but I got my shoes on and I went and walked the block, right?
And stuff. That's all that matters.
I'm going to start somewhere and we're going to do this shit together. Thanks for encouraging me by pushing, because we both still want to be healthy, right? So the acceptance don't mean we don't want to do better and we shouldn't be
exactly. That's it. But it's a good point to point out because there is a lot of people who they'll find that confidence in just being able to sit and do what's easy. It's easy to sit back and not do. That's why I say I joke about it all the time, but on some real shit. When people were going after fucking what's her name? The white chick that sings that lost all the weight.
Adele.
Oh. And when they was going after Adele because she lost weight, and then people were literally hating on the girl because she was a part of the fat community and blah blah blah. The fat community. She don't want
to be healthy though.
Like, this is crazy, yo.
Like she couldn't be happy or healthy for herself.
No, this is why because people want to have a reason and they want to feel good about doing the least amount of work and getting the full amount of acceptance, the full amount of reward. Like I said, the motherfuckers who go to the gym night and day, they bust their ass to get that physique. They bust their ass to be the champion and shit. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers who sit on the couch, they will never be able to do that shit. And you shouldn't feel like you should be able to do that shit without putting the work in.
Right.
So,
and I think that's part of the attraction too, Brian, when you were saying that before. Is that the attraction also to that physique is the discipline and the work that you put into it. Like that represents a lot to say that you're going to show up and you're going to do what you need. So now that make me feel a little more safe, right? That make me feel a little more comfortable because you got some discipline with you, right? You get it in. You go to the gym. You work on your diet, whatever it is that you do, right? To make sure that you healthy or whatever. So that's a person that I would like to be with, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Definitely. It's very important to actually also have someone, who could, help you and uplift you too, especially if going through a
Support
period
is
and like you
important.
don't feel like it, a lot of us
Right.
don't feel like it. But hey,
Easy
hey
to not
man,
feel
look
like
here.
it.
Yeah, I know, right? Really.
See, don't ask me if I walk today,
Yo,
and I haven't.
Tell you right now.
Yo, another awesome episode, you guys, man. Beyond 11:30, man. Episode 2. Before we wrap it up and hit on out of here, man, and say our goodbyes. You guys have any little final thoughts you guys want to say? Any things you guys
Have
want to
a
say
great
before we
week,
roll?
guys. Happy birthday again,
Happy birthday
B.
week. Yeah.
Thank you. Happy birthday to you too. I'm
Thank
talking to
you.
you next week, well, on social media. But yo, listen, I'm proud. I can honestly say this week has been crazy. I've been out of work for 2 weeks now, and out of work,
You're not
punching
out
the
of
clock
work.
work.
You're on your entrepreneurial journey.
Trust me. Thank you, Chanel. Yeah, but just like she just said, because I finally finished my the Beeline Entertainment LLC website. It is fully up and running, and it's beautiful. You can check out Dre on there. You can check out Warren on there. You can check all of us out. Definitely is the B-line entertainment LLC.com. It's all over my page. We have so much info on there, so much stuff with the network, so many things to come. I just want to shout everybody out because I'm really happy. All the shows return, brand new episodes next week. We're gonna have awesome conversations like this. And I'm super excited. So big shit coming.
Sure. Awesome. Chanel?
Y'all know Choosing Empowerment is always accepting new clients and all that. You're looking for therapy, you're looking for coaching, you're looking for skill building. You want to come to a group. If we don't have a group let me know because I will create it. So
there you go.
Go to the website, choosingempowerment.com. Let us know what you're talking about.
Hey, look here. I love it. Everybody got their stuff going on. My guy Beeline, straight through the roots, come back next week. Harley is definitely killing it. Happy birthday to you all, man, and definitely see you guys. Episode 3, here on Beyond 11:30, as well as Talk Pro Wrestling this coming weekend, man. For real. Man, for myself, Dre, aka Dre on Wheels, from Chanel, Harley, and my guy Brian B. Until next time, you guys, man, we'll see you on the flip side.
Peace out, y'all.
Yeah.